welcome back to another episode of Put It on the List. Bang, bang. I am Francisco.
And I am Andres. All right, Mr. Bang Bang. What do we got this week?
Bang, bang. We got a mountain of trailers, shitload of trailers to get through. And bang, bang. We got some nerd news for you. We also got bang, bang things that we watch. So many things that we watch. And we end with our world famous double feature. Bang, bang. Let's start the show. Buddy, what's going on, man?
What's up, Bang Bang?
Bang, bang. Remember watching Kill Bill, and then the first thing that
got you down,
bang, bang, bang. I was like, I thought that was the most amazing music cue. Man, that was an experience.
2 weeks ago. It still hits. The first one still hits.
Cool.
Everything in the first, you just start feeling like, here we go. It's like you're on a roller coaster, like you're going towards the top. Click, 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 click. Because it's on. Oh, man. That film was so good.
That was great. It was awesome. A little tidbit I forgot to mention before we started recording is that yesterday was the 30-year anniversary of True Romance being released.
Oh, hey, I did see that. Someone was putting out like a poster or something for it. I don't remember, but yeah.
Just out there for the Put It on the List family. That's your boys, mine, favorite movie of always. I've loved this movie for a long time and it's still my favorite. I love it from head to toe. 30 years, True Romance. Check it out.
The Clarence in Alabama kind of guy.
Yeah. Clarence Worley. It's not White Boy Day, is it? Oh.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, slightly problematic, but good.
It doesn't hurt that Tarantino was the writer on it and Tony Scott was the director. But yeah. That's
and the cast, the crazy cast, of course.
Dude, people just show up for one scene and they're out and it's like, what?
Yeah. Just legends everywhere.
Yeah, that was nuts, man.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, man.
You got that.
Yeah, you ready to get started?
We got to, because we got like a pile of trailers.
Yeah.
Should we?
We got a mountain of trailers. First up, Creepy Corner. We got The Exorcist, Believer, October 6th in theaters. This is the second trailer. We've seen the first one. A little bit more of that, and I'm excited.
Oh, I'm totally excited. You can tell by my face. Super excited.
Yeah. A scale of 1 to 10 that you will ever watch it. What do you got? What is there a high level?
All right, just as is, 1. If you recommend it and be like, you know what, I think you're gonna like it. I think it's better than the Pope's Exorcist, and you might enjoy this one.
So that'll be like the measuring stick. It's like, bro, it's like 10 times better than the Pope's Exorcist. You'd be like, fuck. I have to watch it.
You know my taste. Like I think you recommend stuff. They told me to watch Dash Cam. Yeah, I liked Dash Cam. Even like Barbarian for the most part, I liked it.
Yeah.
So you kind of know. I'll just listen to you. Like if it's like a full on like fast, probably not. But if you're like, you know what, there's more to it. I think you're gonna enjoy it. Sure. Yeah. But right now, as is, 1, sir. 1.
Wow. I guess Andres is not a believer. All right. Moving on. We got another trailer dropping. The movie's dropping the September 22nd. Mm-hmm. It's a sci-fi horror film. No one will save you. Mm-hmm. What do you think?
I'm going to put this at like a 6 or 7 for myself. I think it looks cool. It's like
pretty cool.
It's like a home invasion, but it's fucking like, it looks like murderous aliens, something like that. And I was like, holy shit, this. Yeah. It looks like it's got like Signs, got the Signs vibes. But if all of Signs took place within like an hour or something in the evening where shit's going down, or like, oh shit. I think it looks pretty cool. Like, I think it looks pretty cool.
There seems to be a lot of shit going down. It's like you better be in shape in this movie because you wouldn't. If it's me, I'm a dunzo. I'm a goner in this movie. All right, so that's a pretty high 6. I got like a 7. I'm definitely gonna watch this shit.
Yeah,
it's on Hulu.
Yeah.
Not gonna hurt anything.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
hey, let's talk for a second. Did you see Hulu is fucking raising the prices to like 18 or 19 a month now or something?
Yeah.
Dude, like that's like the most expensive, I think, package of all. And it's just Hulu. It's not bundled with anything.
Yeah.
That I think is the most expensive streaming service out there. And I'll tell you, man, Hulu, they are not a Netflix. They are not an HBO. They are not parent. They're like Disney. They have none of this stuff. You know what I mean? Like, they're like in the middle tier. They should be charging middle prices. And why the fuck are they trying to charge more than any other company? That's a Disney thing because Disney is hurting for money right now.
Yeah.
But
well, I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to get you to bundle this shit.
Maybe
because the bundle is only $14.99. So they're like, oh, don't pay $18.99 when you can get Disney Plus and ESPN for $14.99. So that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get everybody so they can build their subscription base higher into the other ones, you know, and be like, oh, yeah, but that's what that's about. They just want they're outpriced. They're trying to get themselves out of the market, out of Hulu to get a bundle. They're trying to bundle everything.
See how I'm not going to probably bundle it. So that means I'm probably going to take a few months off of Hulu because I'm not paying $19 per month so I can watch like 2 shows. You know what I mean? Like what we do in Shadows is done. There's nothing else coming on Hulu for a while. That's going to be like big. Like Murders in the Building, that's going to be done in probably like 4 weeks, I think.
Yeah.
So after that, I'm like, I'm good.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right, man. It's a lot to ask, man. $18.99.
Yeah. All right. Sidetrack. All right, back on topic. What's the next one?
Back to trailers. This one, let me tell you. This one's called Bike Riders in theaters December 1st, starring Austin Butler. Oh yeah, mama. Tom Hardy and Jodie Comer.
I thought you meant Tom Hardy. I can't even do it.
Yeah. This is your leader. Yeah. That was my Bane. The first one was my Elvis. And I don't have a Jodie Comer. But anyways,
she's all over the place.
Yeah, I think
how'd you like this trailer?
The director's Steve Nichols or Mike Nichols or I like that guy. I like that director.
Oh yeah, he does legit stuff.
And I like this trailer. I'm not gonna lie. I'm excited. I'm like, it looks like it's gonna be a lot of meat on the bone.
I like the trailer a ton. 2 things. Tom Hardy's like, Dad, can you talk to me? A little funny. And I'm like, what? Like, I understand you're playing like a murderous biker, but are they trying to do like an opposite thing? Like, all right, you're a big scary biker. But we're going to have you talk like Bugs Bunny. I'm like
Mike Tyson. You know what I'm saying? I was
like, what? It's weird. It's weird. It's a weird choice. But all right, we'll see what happens.
But he makes weird choices. When has he not made a weird choice?
Dude, even Venom, he's like, all right.
Yeah.
But
his voice is a little on the high anyways. I think he's just naturally leaning into it. But yeah, I agree with you. I was like you see this big guy in a big leather jacket and like motorcycle, you're like, oh shit, don't fuck with this guy. Then you hear him, you know, like the little.
How's it going?
Yeah, I like you. I've always liked you. You
know? And then Jodie Comer. Jodie Comer is pretty fantastic. Like I've seen her Killing Eve, and at first I'm like, shit, she's good. I think it's the first season. Second season is kind of weird. Third season, just don't even bother. But she's good. She's all over the place in that film or show. And I've seen her in a couple things here and there, but this looks like she's reaching into her accent bag and just busting out some more shit. And
she's great on that accent,
yeah. But she's very good. So that I'm in. I don't know what to tell you. I'm in. Austin Butler's a good actor. This whole cast looks awesome. The film looks awesome.
Yeah,
Bike Riders, maybe the worst fucking title of all these bunches here. But
I thought they're gonna be like BMX. I'm like, oh, we're doing rad again, or what's going on? Like bicycle riders, you know what I'm saying? Or like they should have called it choppers or something.
I don't know, something. But anything. But anyways, December 1st in theaters.
It's a little too on the nose.
It looks good though.
It does look good.
All right, next one.
All right, next up, another Hulu, man. Hulu's like, here's our money. You know, the money's going. where the money's going. Another Hulu movie is called Quiz Lady, starring Awkwafina and Sandra Oh.
Yeah.
Man, it looks funny.
It looks hilarious. I was shocked. Like these two together. Speaking of killing Eve, Sandra Oh from killing Eve. And this looks punching above its weight. Like they took an idea, but they're executing it really tightly. And both of them are just having fun. And fucking Will Ferrell shows up for a little bit.
Yeah.
And I was like, hello. This is not a bag of cocaine.
That was funny. It was a funny bit in the movie. I think they're going to be pushing the limit. You know, it was like, at first I was like, oh, is this going to be like a kind of like a stale PG-13 type thing? But it looks like they're going to be going in a little harder than that. So
I think so too.
Hopefully it pays out.
Yeah.
But man, Sandra Oh's been on a little bit of run, Killing Eve, and then she did The Chair. Did you watch The Chair?
No, but it looked good.
It's good, bro. It's worth a click.
Oh, check it out.
So yeah, November 3rd, Quiz Lady. Looks funny. I wouldn't even mention what the premise is. Like, I guess she's gonna go on Jeopardy or something and like have a bunch of right answers. And she's gonna cash
super
in.
Smart. Yeah, she's supposed to be really smart, and they need money, so naturally they're like, okay, here we go.
That's like a 90s movie trope or some shit.
How many times have we seen this before? Anyways, but it looks funny. But they have bags of cocaine apparently. So like, all right.
They stepped it up a level.
We're on Hulu November 3rd.
Yeah.
All right. Next.
Next up, also November 3rd, in theaters, reviving a classic, kind of. Eli Roth makes Thanksgiving. So people that don't know, back in the day when Quentin Tarantino and Robert Rodriguez made a Grindhouse double feature, Death Proof and what was the other one?
Death Proof and Planet Terror.
Planet Terror. In the middle of the films, they had these fake trailers, and Thanksgiving is one of those said fake trailers, and they finally made it into a film like 10, 15 years later. I gotta say, I'm a fan of horror comedies, kind of like that kind of shit. So if this is gonna be funny, I'm in.
I didn't see too much funny in the trailer, but you know it's gonna be some awkward stuff. You're gonna laugh, like the trampoline thing.
Yeah,
and we'll see. And another side note to that, the other trailer that they got made into a film during Grindhouse, it was Machete.
Oh,
they made like fucking 4 of those or something.
Yeah.
So they finally got around to making Thanksgiving. I'm like, all right.
That's crazy. So anyways, Eli Roth, Thanksgiving, November 3rd.
Is this a theater for you, or are you going to wait for it to go streaming?
I probably will wait for it to go streaming. It's going to be kind of hard to be like, all right, familia, I'll see you guys when I get back from watching this Thanksgiving movie. Yeah, no, I think definitely streaming.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
And all right, moving on.
One more.
Uno más. Man, there was a lot today. All right. In the Land of Saints and Sinners, starring Liam Neeson, a 70-something-year-old Liam Neeson.
Yeah. And Carrie Condon, who was also recently nominated for Academy Award for The Banshees of Inisherin.
Inisherin, yeah.
And not sure when this comes out, but it looks pretty fucking legit. And it's the other dude from Game of Thrones. He's got his crazy name, so I always get it wrong. The Wildling
Nicola?
No, the Wildling.
Okay.
But the cast of this film looks good. This looks like a legit drama. It's Liam Neeson is like an ex-hitman hiding in a small Irish town. And these other hitmen try to come for him because of some shit. And
I think it's a period piece, right? Or is it just like, is Ireland never fucking evolved into the fucking 21st century?
It's all huts and pubs, and the pubs are basically just huts themselves.
And fucking 100-year-old cars.
Yeah. But it looks cool. Like the cinematography looks good. Everything, this looks legit. It doesn't look cheeseball. It looks pretty like, like, and Carrie Condon's playing another like hitman type person. And she's like, fuck you, I'm here to kill you. I'm like, I think she means it.
Yeah. The trailer looks dope, man. I was impressed. I was like, this is not his regular straight to video on demand.
No, this has some money behind it. It has some talent behind it. This should be in the theaters. I hope it does well.
All right, man. We made it through the mountain of trailers.
We did.
All right.
moving on.
Next up, we got news and tidbits. All right, man. First up, Mayor of Kingstown renewed for season 3. I'm excited. Yeah, I watched the first season, and then I was gonna start the second season, and then he had his accident, and I was like, oh, and then I was like, every time I saw him, I would picture him and his leg all jacked up. So I haven't gotten into the second season, but I liked it. It's a gangster ass show.
Tyler Sheridan doing his thing once again.
Yep.
Still on the typewriter, getting it done.
Still on the typewriter. Type. You get any feedback from the typewriter, bro?
0.
So everybody has a typewriter then.
Apparently,
I'm wrong.
Keys, keyboard, words. Yeah, so shut the fuck up. Anyways, I need to watch this show. It keeps popping up, and I'm like, Christina's even saw the thing for it. She's like, we should watch that. I'm like, cool. So that'll be on our list pretty soon. Yeah,
there's an episode that definitely after that. There's an episode. Either you're in or you're out.
I'll let you know. I'm not even gonna tell. Don't even tell me where it's at. When it happens, I'll be like, you'll see me shaking or something. I don't know.
Because I was like, a scoozy? I was like, I gasped. I was like, what? It was a lot for me. Yes.
All right, we're gonna talk about that. This is the first season.
First season, yeah.
Okay. Ooh, I'm even more excited to see what we can make. What made you gasp?
Yeah. All right. So moving on.
Yeah.
All right. We touched the subject a little bit last week. Yeah. We talked about Taylor Swift releasing a concert film from her concert, the Eras tour. And now it's like it's gonna make $100 million opening weekend or something when it releases.
That's fucking wild. On one hand,
the Swifties, dude. The Swifties.
Yeah, they just need more content, I guess. I don't know. I get that. That's cool. I mean, imagine you're like, I'm not gonna pay $3,000 for a fucking ticket to watch this. I'll pay fucking $20 to go to the theater to watch it. You know,
yeah,
it should be in my face the whole time in stereo.
Yeah,
I don't got to worry about some Swiftie throwing up on me because they had too many Jello shots in the parking lot or whatever the fuck they do. Yeah, I'm curious how much it makes this opening weekend and how much it makes the following couple weeks. Like, is it going to have legs? Is it just a one-off event for folks who want to see it? Are they going to go a bunch of times? You know, I'm curious. Let's see what happens. Super curious. But man, I mean, never would have guessed.
And the cool thing is that I don't know if you heard, but they kind of cut out the middleman. They're not going to go through any studios, so it's just going to be her and her people and the theater. Yeah. So
which is wild.
Which is wild. You know, the more money for her, I guess. You know, and her people.
Dude, but, this can be like a new model because money gets split. Like if you make something, it goes into the distributor, like Warner Brothers, and then it goes to the fucking actual people who display it, and it all gets chopped up. But if you can cut out a middle person. And she doesn't even need to advertise this. She just is like sends out an Instagram and that's it. You know, there's your whole ad budget. It takes 5 minutes, you know?
Yeah.
Like, dude, it's impressive. And it's kind of cool. I mean, on one hand, it's almost like showing the weak spots in all these studios that kind of like control everything. I'm like, this is a new world, baby. Like you might want to start thinking about being nicer to people because it's like the music industry, people can start self-publishing. And you might want to start being much more friendly to people instead of being so fucking antagonizing the people who fucking put you where you're at. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens. Very cool.
Yeah, that's a cool little bit of news there. Next up we got Warner Brothers. Yeah, Warner Brothers crying major losses due to strikes.
Dude,
that was a perfect segue right there.
Yeah. Apparently they announced.
Good job.
I try. Spent all week practicing that one. They announced they lost like in one quarter, like 400 or 500 million. I'm like, fuck. Okay, here's the crazy shit. This is the shit that makes no sense to me. Warner Brothers cut to pay off the writers to like come to an agreement over the course of the next like 3 or 4 year contract was like $80 million. So they refused to give them 80 million just so they can lose 400 million in one quarter. Like this is not And who the fuck is like thinking this is a good idea? Somewhere they're trying to do some funny money projections and calculations and write-offs. But dude, like these motherfuckers at this rate are going to lose like $1 billion just so they don't have to pay them 80 million. Like what kind of like sociopathic behavior is this?
Yeah, man. I don't understand the math either. They're like, how much are they willing to lose to like prove a point? I don't know, to like establish who's on top and who's on bottom. I don't know what the deal is either with that. I don't know if they saved all their money to, they squirreled it up and left it in the tree, and like now they're shaking the tree loose. And I'm like, bro, and when is the time? Like, it's funny because, right around now, like, is when you get all the season premieres of all the TV shows.
Yeah.
Right. And there's no commercials for anything. Right. Like, as far as like major networks, I mean, you got like Survivor here or Big Brother, some of these reality shows. But other than that, man, it's slim pickings out there.
Dude, that's just right now. Like, when it comes like next year, like it's getting slim. But next year is going to be a fucking barren wasteland. Like, they're holding back a few projects, but I mean, it's going to be a fucking barren wasteland next year.
Yeah.
Like, what are they thinking? I don't understand. But anyways, kids, books. Read some books, because get ready. Get your fucking library card renewed for next year, because you're gonna need some books and some old Seinfeld DVDs to get you through June of next year. I don't know what to tell you. This is like nuts.
My dad got me a DC encyclopedia and a Warner Brothers encyclopedia, so he set me up for the reading there.
Ooh, I gotta look into that.
It looks fun. But it's kind of funny that my dad's still buying me comic book stuff.
That's awesome. He knows you.
Yeah.
And it's funny enough, that's the last news we got for this week. News is thin, no surprise. Like, the news that's coming out is like stupid news. Like, so-and-so is going to re-release this one release of this one different DVD. I'm like, that's not fucking news, bro. That's scraping the bottom. Yeah. Like, I had to go through pages of the just non-news to like get something that actually like connects. You know what I mean? Like, goddamn. For reals. But anyways.
All right. Moving on to what we watched. We watched some stuff, man.
Dude, I'm excited.
All right, we're starting off with SpecialOps, Lioness. The whole show's on streaming.
Yes, just finished.
And we watched it.
It's on Paramount.
And it's on Paramount Plus.
Yes.
Zoe Saldana, Nicole Kidman, the little cameos from Morgan Freeman. Mm-hmm. And then there's a bunch of that guys in this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
the cast are fantastic.
Yeah.
It's on Paramount for folks to check out. This is one of my more favorite shows of the year. Like, this was a tight show with a lot going on. And not a lot of bang bang, but when the bang bang happens, you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
It's so well done. Like, it's a tight show. None of the episodes like linger or anything. It just goes. Mm-hmm. And they have a couple side missions. Mm-hmm. You're like, I don't know why, but it's freaking super entertaining, and I'm in. Yeah. And if you like Sicario type stuff, there's some of that sprinkled in. If you like some like Jack Ryan fucking
CIA,
some of that sprinkled in there. And there's a lot.
That guy doesn't have a name. Why doesn't he, with the agency,
Yeah.
I'm like,
the guy with all the burner phones, that guy, he's there too.
Yeah.
We're gonna get into some spoilers.
Super weird marriage, wedding stuff in this show.
Yeah, if there's a wedding happening in this world, it's not going to end well.
Yeah, and to be honest, the women in the show run the show.
100%.
Like the male characters are just like
supporting
side B, C characters.
Yeah.
The women in the show make all the decisions in the show.
Even the woman who was in like the SpecialOps group, that's just kind of like the supporting. She was like badass. She was like she was like one of the more competent ones. Like shit, like damn, she's badass. I don't even know. Yeah, so like this show's badass. If you want something badass, SpecialOps, Lioness.
Yeah, for real.
All right, man. Let's set the timer because we're gonna fucking go into it. All right, folks, we rambled 15 minutes on the spoilers. We dug this one. We speculated about future stuff. 15 15 minutes. Fast forward for spoilers for Lioness. Other than that, enjoy. All right. Entering spoils for Lioness. Fucking fire away, man. I'm excited to talk to you about this.
All right. Yeah, man. Where did I begin? Like the first episode was the big decision where like the girl blew her cover or like she got outed or whatever because of the tattoo. And they just blew that fucking thing to pieces. And you're like, and it was
like a mercy.
Yeah. And it was, the circumstance was fucked up, but it was really well done. As far as the production goes, man, I was like, that shit looked real.
It opened it up in a way where you're like, they were not fucking around. They weren't like building to something.
Yeah.
They kind of opened the middle of something and they set the stakes are like so fucking high.
Stakes, yeah. Yeah, exactly.
And it's like, if shit goes sideways, everyone dies.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit. Like, it was like, and it was like, not like a doop doop. It was like, pretty fucking hardcore. Like, you were feeling people's pain in the first like 5 or 10 minutes of the show, barely knowing who these people are. You're like, God damn.
Yeah.
And then it switches over at you meet the new character who's replacing that character, and you're like,
yeah,
are you gonna fucking meet a similar fate? Because it is aiming towards that.
Yeah, and I love how they weaved her backstory into it. It wasn't like too heavy-handed, but you're like, damn, this girl's had nothing but a fucked up life, and she wants to overcome. She joins the military, the Marines, and blah blah blah, all other stuff, and she's all gung ho about it and stuff, and she never let any of her past hold her back, and she just strives to move forward. But her, destiny or her choices that lead her up to whatever it's going to be in the future is fucked up. The choices she's got to make.
Not just that, but how do I explain it? She also is like wired in a team playing way. Like when they got to go to like
Marine Corps way,
a couple safe houses or something. Like she is like an asset. She can't get hurt. She needs to stay back and be like protected because they need her to stick with their target without any kind of problem. Yeah. And I mean, she's like, nope, I'm going through the front door with you guys. I'm like, fuck that. But it works out like crazy.
Yeah. One of the interesting things too about this show is that, there was definitely that whole, special ops angle, but man, and this is not the first time he's like Taylor Sheridan has done to his shows, but man, he likes sticking in that drama and like that thick family melodrama between like speaking to Zoe Saldana's whole shit going on. She's got a lot of shit on her plate, bro. Between deciding how she's going to be successful on her mission, and then like her kid having an accident and killing a bunch of kids, and by the way, she's pregnant and all this other shit. You're like, what'd you think of that when they just kept dropping bomb after bomb after bomb, and she's over there, and then she's like, how about a little heads up? She's cutting the husband's fucking head off, and it's like, yo, what the fuck you want me to do, man?
I was kind of like, I think she's due for some PTO days, man, because holy shit, like take some personal days, but you can't because fucking they got to get this terrorist. And
Nick Coleman's like, you got 2 hours and give me your fucking phone.
I liked that. I liked how fucking no nonsense. Everything was just no nonsense, and the show just moved. It just bang, bang, bang. When you feel like the pain of these characters and the kid was being shitty, then you felt bad for the kid, and you feel bad for the dad, and the dad has to go through this crazy thing with like tell this complete second side story of like this family of like their daughter is not going to make it because she has this thing that happened. And everyone's like, it's like they just lay it on, man. They just everyone's got their thing and they lay it on. All right, I want to get to this scene. There's a lot to unpack. There's so many little things. There's the kitchen scene at the end. That was like one of my favorite. We're just gonna go straight into the end.
Straight to the end, huh?
That was so cool. I was like, how are they going to pull
You mean all the stabby, murdery, all the fucking 30 times she stabbed him? Like, she like prison fucking stabbed this motherfucker?
She American meat the shit out of him.
Like, God damn. 2 of them.
And then she stopped when that was all done and like went back and like cut their fucking throat just to be sure. And then I was like, fuck. What was awesome is
she got the husband? I was going to say she got the husbands.
She got both of them.
I know, but like, good for her to kill the husband You know, so at least the old girl is not going to marry him anymore.
Oh, that's true. But the idea was they were just going to bomb the shit out of that wedding, and with her along with it. And as soon as that dude showed up, and I was like, stab him right now.
Yeah,
fucking break his neck. Fucking stab him. Grab the knife. Fucking stab him. Get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
And she did it. And I was like, fuck yeah. And that was, I mean, I loved how fast that scene was. And she just fucking went boop, 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 full Marine, fucking like, get a Marine.
Do you think she would have done anything right there in that moment if the husband had been like, you're a Marine, blah, 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 and like basically blew her cover? And she's like, at that point, she had no choice but to grab a knife and just go fucking machete on it.
I don't know. I would think she would, because like she knew like the plan A was not a good plan. It was like such a loose, like a shot in the dark. But plan B, if you're standing next to him and there's some sharp objects around and you got a fucking shot, I would think plan B would be the way to go.
Yeah.
Personally, why didn't she fucking just like stab him, put him in the refrigerator, go back to her room, change clothes, and like go for a mellow walk? You know, don't run across the lawn covered in blood. Maybe play it off a little bit or something, or like go around screaming, they killed him, and they would never think it's her. I don't know. But but I was like, that seemed like,
I don't know, bro. I probably would have just booked it too.
Probably. And I loved how it took a hard left. I was like, fuck. And then they went and they were ready in the boat, looking super bored in their full fucking body armor, just laying there with nothing to do.
Yeah.
And then let's go.
There's a bunch of hurry up and wait, bro. That's what the military is. Hurry up and wait.
A ton of it. It was cool. So here's my one question though. With that scene. Dude, they're surrounded by like levels and levels of security, right? Like just levels of security. Should the husband really be the one on the computer doing the fucking Google search for what's her name is fucking ID to try to find who she really is? Like, I'm pretty sure they would have a room full of dudes who already did that shit like a week in advance. But
and
I'm pretty sure he has other things to do.
They showed that in the previous episode where they ran her ID or whatever. So I'm like, this guy has like the updated version. Maybe he had the fucking Windows 8 now, you know, whatever the fuck it is. And he's like,
he paid the upgrade fee, and they're like, here's some more fucking, here's the Facebook fucking.
So who knows, man? But I mean, he had already smelled it, you know, like remember he called her out on the whole thing before that and stuff and everything. And I mean, they were kind of leaning towards the husband finally saying something because they were a little bit close at the end, you know. So, everybody that needed to get it, got it. You know what I'm saying?
Booking it out and just like fucking like barefoot and like her like nightgown kind of thing covered in blood. I was like, that was pretty hardcore. I was like, oh shit! Like and it was fast. It wasn't like a 30-minute action scene. You know what I mean? They're like, just go, get the fuck out of here, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. And what happened? My thing is like, what the fuck? What kind of marriage is it? Like Nicole Kidman and that guy, that finance guy.
That was weird. I'm hoping they can dig into a season 2 with that because there's a lot more to like.
He like gives zero fucks about her. She's like, I'm your wife, and he's like, well, the finances will crash, and like, you know, will set back the Middle East 30 years. And I'm like, bro, that's your wife.
That dude probably just came over from Warner Brothers, and now he's working for the oil company, so he doesn't give a fuck.
Oh, he sees his numbers and shit?
Yeah.
He's like the architect?
Yeah.
He's just clicking his little pen?
That's it. What else were some highlights for you?
I really enjoyed the scene where they got their ass chewed out by Morgan Freeman. And and then I also enjoyed the when the guy that was Nicole Kidman's boss, the bald guy, he's that guy. I don't know, he's in everything. Yeah, but that guy is like, but if you didn't want me to fucking kill him, don't put him on the fucking list.
Yeah.
And I was like, that shit reminded me of Colonel Jessup. He's like, oh yeah, like you feel all safe and good, but you don't know how we fucking make, you know, like people making like, you love the bread, but you don't know how the bread is made and shit. Like, yeah, that's how it is. They have to, somebody needs to get down and dirty and make all this shit happen so you can be, you know, feel safe and sound at home in America. You know, well, these guys are doing all the dirty work.
You don't want to know how sausage gets made, son.
Yeah, exactly. So I love that bit. We're like, yeah, you shouldn't. And like, he gave, and then Morgan Freeman giving him the middle finger. Like, that was a powerful middle finger. I was like, I felt that shit through the screen. I was
That was a
like, that
Morgan Freeman
motherfucker.
middle finger.
Yeah, I've never seen that fucking finger
Dude,
before.
he's been
Like,
saving
that's the
his
voice of
entire
God.
career right
Yeah,
there to
yeah.
get that finger in that scene.
Yeah, dude. So
his finger is going to get
that.
nominated for a fucking Emmy next year.
For real. And he's like, stop giving me that bullshit. And he's like, hey, you didn't want me to kill him? Don't put him on the fucking list.
You're welcome.
Hey, he's right. Don't put him on the list.
I like how he said, he's like, congratulations. You just set the Middle East relations back until like the 1990s. And he said, fucking gas was like 99 cents a gallon right there. Let's hope so. And I was like, fuck yeah.
I know. Fucking gas is like $6 right now. It's fucking
crazy.
Stupid.
Anyways, any other highlights? I mean, there's so many, but I just show was dope.
I think I'm good.
I liked the little nugget where they had to like the dude roofied her, and they had to go out to like chase her down.
Oh yeah,
into the middle of nowhere, and she just happened to be like have a tracker on her and her team. Man, I loved the camaraderie of the team. Like they were just there to do the job and like to do it the best they could, and they did. Yeah. Like they were like no nonsense, like get it done, get it done, get it done.
A bunch of Eric Bana's, huh?
Yeah, basically. This is my safety, sir.
Yeah, no, all that shit is badass. It's a lot of testosterone in that group. Even from the girl.
She was probably the most badass one there. She's like, oh shit.
And nobody's fucking with her.
There's a lot of like,
I was just gonna say, like, Zoe Saldana telling that one guy that roofied is like, if you ever blah blah blah, we're gonna fucking kill you, you know?
Yeah. Like they were like,
damn, they're not fucking, they mean it, bro. They mean it. Hey, don't do it no more. They mean it.
I just loved how it was a small group of people and they were all super capable to just get shit done and move on. I was like, yeah. All right. Do
you want to do like potential for season 2 and spoilers, or outside of spoilers?
I think we got to keep it within spoilers because it might have a thing. All right, sure. What are you clearly have some ideas. I have one, but go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just curious if they're gonna be like special ops, you know, and then go somewhere else. Not Lioness group, but maybe do like a different group in a different region of the world or something like that. That's what I'm wondering, because it's special ops instead of just calling it Lioness, you know, like season 1 or season 2, it's gonna be special ops, blah blah blah.
Dude, Taylor Sheridan does that though. He like creates Yellowstone, then he's got like multiple different things, and then he has that new show with the sheriff, which was originally supposed to be like a Yellowstone-esque adjacent show, but then took it off the title. But I can see special ops, Middle East, special ops, fucking Miami,
France, terrorists in France or whatever.
It'd be pretty wild. But all right, my only thing for like a sequel or season 2 would be the woman, the bride, is gonna take over for like the dad and become like twice as vengeful, because even though that makes zero sense, because women in that culture are not allowed to like have a say in anything. But I'm maybe there's a brother, I don't know, but you know what I mean? Like they're gonna get extremely vengeful and want like they're just gonna ratchet it all up. It's like you think you cut off one head and like 3 more grow, and it's like shit.
She's gonna be out to hunt Cruz because she took her virginity.
Yeah, so we'll see how that goes. There's a lot of possibilities, and I hope they get into the politics more with the Nicole Kidman's husband, because there's clearly a lot going on there. There's just lots of layers that we didn't get to explore. For like, there's some dirty shit happening above, and they didn't really get into it. Like it was mentioned in those little Black Ops rooms, but and
it's so funny. Like everybody's agenda is different. You know, like one guy's like, should the president leave? He's in France right now. Blah blah blah.
We got
and I'm like, do I, and like, oh, what's the gas prices going to be? Or, who's going to be the devil, you know what I'm saying? Like,
when we kill this guy, who's going to step in? Like, do we like that guy more, or do we like them less? It's
kind of like the same shit happened with the cartels, when there was no leader, all the fucking crazy shit was popping off everywhere.
Same thing with Iraq. They fucking took out Saddam, and then all of a sudden he kind of kept shit under control. And as soon as he was gone, like all the factions just showed him. It was like fucking chaos and madness. But I don't know. hopefully, I really hope they do it, and I think it got good ratings and good reviews. So hopefully, it
people are
does.
watching the shit out of the show.
Yeah, it's fucking dope.
Yeah,
well deserved. One of the better shows of the year by far.
Yeah,
because it was tight. All right, let's get our spoilers.
Cool
All right,
shit.
done with Lioness spoilers.
Mm-hmm.
All right, yeah, real quick. The pro-military thing, like people are like trying to put articles. I personally find it to be bullshit. People calling this show like ultra pro-military propaganda. Well, do you have a take on that?
I don't see it personally. There was just like a lot of melodrama to be that for me. You know what I'm saying? They put a lot of human aspects into it instead of just being like Zero Dark 30 or something like that. Like to me, that's more propaganda than this. I felt that I felt like this is more just like a story and stuff, and the military is just a part of it. And it doesn't make me want to be like, oh yeah, let's fucking get time to strap up the boots again. You know, it doesn't make they don't make me feel anything like that.
The thing that I'm like, are people just saying that who have not watched the show? Because the one big thing I'm like, the consequence, like it does not end well for so many people in so many different areas, and there's no happy characters. Like there's nothing happy.
Yeah,
like you either die or you're kind of fucked up. So I'm like, where's the pro propaganda? Like that looks like a great life for me. I'm like, am I missing something? I don't think those motherfuckers who are commenting on the show actually watch the show, because this is not a happy show.
Yeah. And then, I mean, to each his own and stuff, but like last year's fucking, was it last year or the year before when one of the best movies was all propaganda? Like, you know, Top Gun?
Top Gun? Yeah.
I'm like, that shit was like, hey, fuck yeah. Like how many people didn't, like, we should look up some numbers. Who didn't enlist after fucking watching that shit? Be like, yeah, America. You know what I'm saying? But it's because, like, here we're going against, you know, specific people, you know, like the Middle East, and like there was no bad guy and no by name, you know, and in Top Gun. And then here we got, you know, the Middle East people, the Saudis or whatever, and they're the bad guys, and now it's military propaganda because we're using it against these people. I don't know why is it a bad thing, and one thing is a bad thing and one thing is not. You know, if they're both well made. One's fun, and the other one's not fun. So if you didn't have fun with it, it's propaganda. I don't get the agenda of trying to push that narrative.
I think the only agenda is clickbait bullshit.
Yeah.
So whatever. Yeah, we both agree.
We'll fucking show you propaganda. Put that movie on. That's all propaganda, dude.
Yeah, it's an awesome.
That's like for the Air Force, the Navy, the Air Force. We're like, yeah, man, we do all that shit. Come on, sign up.
There you go. All right, let's move out of here. We're running forever on this one. All right.
Yeah.
All right, what we got next?
All right, man. Episode 4 of Ahsoka.
Yeah.
What did you think?
I thought it was fucking badass.
Yeah, it was fucking badass.
I loved how it was just focused. Like that just felt like a 30-minute chunk or so of a really awesome Star Wars film that we're just, you know, into, and it looked gorgeous, and everything about it was like cool, awesome, holy shit, fuck yeah, oh damn, that's awesome design. Oh shit, now, oh shit, okay, I like that one. And then bam, like fucking next Tuesday, which is I think in a day or two, can't get here soon enough. I'm pretty excited. And talk about this news real quick, though.
Yeah, just a little news blurb. The next episode they're going to release in theaters. I'm sure not nationwide, but some major cities. Some major cities are going to put the next episode of Ahsoka in movie theaters. So if you really want to, you know, get your rocks off and have some excitement in the movie theaters, you can watch
lightsaber duel in the men's room. Yeah, that didn't come off right.
Good one, buddy. Fucking put that in your quotes with your typewriter.
There you go.
But yeah, man. I mean, I think it's pretty cool. They must have faith in it. They've seen it. They're like, "Ooh, this is a good one, guys." we're gonna put this in the theater.
They're calling it the mid-season finale or the mid-season whatever. I don't know. Anyway,
they're gonna stop showing episodes.
I don't think so, but they're calling it the mid-season some shit or other. I don't know. Anyway,
I'm just gonna predict that this is when Thrawn shows up because I'm like, it's a pretty big event. I mean, we're putting it in theaters.
It's
kind of obvious.
It has to be. It has to be. And I love that whole like extra space portal thing. Looks like a Dune kind of thing to me too. I was like, oh shit, that little space that they need that extra nudge.
My question: are we like you're doing all kinds of spoilery shit right now? I don't know if we're going into spoilers or.
Let's you know what? Let's go into spoilers. All right, started some spoilers for Ahsoka episode 4. All right, going into the spoilers, son. Spoilers. Ahsoka, fast forward 5 minutes. Maybe just a hair past that, but check it out. Ahsoka season 4, episode 4. Pretty badass.
Man, dude. There's like I loved like leading up to the fight between Baylan and Ahsoka, which was fucking legendary. Like the fight that she had with the little drone with the helicopter thing, and she like I don't know, like fucking. I don't know how to explain it.
Not clear to me, but it was cool.
She like, yeah, exactly. I rewound it like 4 times. I'm like, how did she do that? She did so. She's a fucking Flash now. But hey, it looked amazing, so I give it a pass. And then do that Baylan fight with her, bro. I was like on the edge of my seat, and I was like, I love that samurai style fighting where like they pose and they're like it builds anticipation and stuff, and it's like 1-2 strike. 1-2 strike, that kind of shit. Instead of that jumpy, like prequel shit, like, oh, yeah, like acrobatic fucking Cirque du Soleil fucking bullshit. I like this shit better. You know what I'm saying? Like, have some fucking intent. What are you fucking, why are you jumping all over the fucking place? You just fucking stand there and fight. And I love that shit. That's how a fucking lightsaber fight should be, man. And then, like, throw a little force in there, like grabbing some rocks with the force and like doing some shenanigans like that. I love that shit, dude. I feel probably like, I don't know, so much more sad about Ray Stevenson now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Dude, I thought when Sabine was shooting Ray Stevenson, like, that, when she was got all pissed off and she was like walking towards him and he would just started walking towards her like, this is nothing. And yeah, ting, 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 like the level of like, confidence he had just walking towards her like this is nothing. And I was like, holy shit, like this dude's established. Like they did such a cool job with like, and they kept him kind of like visually fairly simple, they didn't overdo it, and they just kind of he's just a presence, and you're like, fuck. And
that fool's my MVP of the show so far, dude.
I think him and David Tennant as the robot are my 2 MVPs. But like, man, the show is so good. I'm like, thank you, baby Jesus. We got a good Star Wars show going here.
Yeah, exactly.
It was like, because it could have gone some other ways, but
it was a little sketchy in the beginning. I
was good with it, and I think the trajectory was perfect for what it was supposed to be.
It's just building at the right pace.
Yeah. And this is totally rewatchable. This whole damn series so far, like, it doesn't meander like some other shows or game. Like it just stays focused and like they got the thing they got to do and they fucking go do that.
Yeah.
And along the way they get all stabby.
Yeah. And fucking Sabine, bro. Like, and here's the thing is like I like that I feel certain way about like Sabine and these characters without watching the cartoon. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I'm invested.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like I know that there's a lot of back history with these characters. But I am excited that the cast is doing a good job of, translating all that shit to me, and I'm connecting, and I'm excited about that. And she fucked up, man. Fucking Sabine, dude.
Yeah, she's still learning, I guess.
She's a fucking Fredo. Another fucking Fredo, bro.
We'll see where it goes, though. You gotta have the tension and drama, man.
She just gave him Bailey just like put his hand out like the fucking boss. And she gave him the key. And then he stabs the key like nobody's going to follow us. I'm like, damn,
how cool was that when he stabbed the key? I was like, shit. And then when they took off through the portal and it blew all those other fucking ships that were kind of almost in the path.
Oh,
like,
my girl.
like, oh, damn.
My girl. I was worried about my girl.
But she had her son. You know she was gonna be fine.
Yeah, I guess.
Why you bring your son on a fucking deadly mission? I don't know. But I must have missed something there.
No judging here. But we all make mistakes as parents.
But what happened to him? He died in space.
Yeah. Hey, he knows better, man. She's a general of the rebellion or whatever she was. So
is it me or is anyone could just be a general these days? I think they're just thin on military.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. How many does it go from private to general? Like you get one promotion and shit.
Dude, if you throw a rock at a stormtrooper at some point in the last 10 years, like, fuck, that's leadership material right there, son.
Yeah, make him a general.
Or her.
Or
yeah. Do you want to get out anything else you want to add before we get out of the spoilers?
No, I'm good. Just badass shit. I like it.
I love how they set up the next episode. I'm so curious what's going to happen.
Pretty badass. Speaking of pretty badass, we got What We Do in the Shadows. Full season, man. It's over. And I'm sad now.
All done.
Yes, Gizmo.
We're definitely going to need some spoilers, but not yet. Overall, what were your overall impressions of the season?
I think this probably from beginning to end the best season of fucking.
I think I might agree. It was just so tight, and everyone was in the pocket, just comfortable.
Yeah,
and it had a story, but it wasn't like a crazy story. It was just enough to keep all the stories going and to get all the jokes going. And oh man, there was one episode which I'm not going to name. It was like the weakest of the week. Like it might be one of the weakest episodes ever. We were like not laughing that much. We're like, this is just a weird fucking episode. But everything else was so good, it didn't matter. We're like, all right, let's move past that one. We'll give him a pass. It is fucking killed. Like there's so much fun shit.
I agree with you, man. I'm like, I don't know what episode you're talking about. Because I think I was like on the verge of tears every single episode. I'm just like banger after banger after banger. I was like, damn, there were like so many quotes. Like, and it's so funny because you can't pick like who the best was this season because it was just like, bro, whoever was on screen at that moment was fucking murdering it. And I don't even know what kind of blooper shit they got stored up, but oh my God, bro, I don't know how anybody keeps a straight face on there.
How do they even edit? You know, they have like just hundreds of hours and they have to like whittle it down to like just the creme of the creme. Like, oh man.
I just can imagine like, you know, microdosing something, you know, like a little bit of something and trying to edit this shit. And you're like, just like having your just face fall off from like laughing so much. Oh my God, bro.
So like there were 2 episodes we watched twice already because we were laughing so hard. We're like, let's watch it again.
Yeah, I rewatched the first 4 episodes to like, because we were going to do like a little catch up and we ended up not doing it. But I was like, I watched the first 4 episodes and I'm like, oh my God, this is almost exhausting, like from laughing so much. And sometimes like I wouldn't laugh, but I'd just be like staring at the thing at the TV and it's just like my mouth open, like, how did they come up with that shit? You know, like
it's not even that. It's like if you're not laughing, you're just on the edge of anticipating a laugh and you're just ready to go the entire time. Yes. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, and there's like some callbacks like that they just like do, like when Nando says this fucking guy or, you know, this fucking this or that. I fucking love it. I love when he says that shit. And then when anytime Laszlo talks about jerking off, oh my God, it's just hilarious. Or like, oh, did you wank it? You know, Gizmo? You know, just like that fucking, oh my goodness. Just so funny.
This season, Laszlo, he was doing something with his like enunciation of words. Like he used that way more, like, go to,
yeah.
Like so much. Like, I was like, what? It was fucking hilarious. Just only because it's him. It's fucking hilarious.
I'm the king of the bottoms. Oh my goodness, bro. Non-stop laughing, dude.
Yes. Let's go into some spoilers. Let's avoid spoilers. Fast forward 4.5 minutes. 4.5 minutes for What We Do in Shadows. The entire season. Just go watch it on Hulu. All right, we're entering Spoilerville here for season 5. What We Do in Shadows. Wild. All right.
Yeah, wow.
Any specific moments that fucking got you the most?
So, dude, I mean, there's the entire like when with Shawnee, like like the news reporter shit, and
that might have been my favorite episode.
Yeah, the mall, even the gay pride parade, that shit was fucking hilarious to me. The roast, oh my god, the roast, dude, that shit like nonstop, bro.
It's almost impossible to choose like a favorite. Like it's all just like, oh my god.
So I watched these last 2 episodes together, right? And then where they go to, what's the name? The lady's name?
The guide.
Yeah.
They go to the house.
They go to the house and she's like, and I started feeling sorry for her because like they would always just like cast her aside and shit like that. But that was the fucking joke. Oh my god. And then with Laszlo, like, oh yeah, show her this bit. And like at the end, they show the entire thing.
He's like, stop it.
Yeah. You can stop it right there, good lad. You know, whatever he says. Oh my goodness, bro. They just like, so they went into that. And then when they finally Nandor, dude, they did a good job of like, man, how did they get Nandor to forgive him and stuff? But they did a good job, and then killing Derek and the whole thing, and then they tied it all at the end with the necromancer, and they brought back, what was his name?
Oh, I don't remember. I have a special Topher this week.
Topher, was it Topher?
Yeah. I think that's it.
Oh my god, dude!
For like so 2 seconds.
Yeah. So every time this show has like so much backlog now that every time you do a callback, you're like, it pays off. I'm just kind of like surprised that they didn't bring back that one. What's his name? Nick Kroll.
Nick Kroll. Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, not a complaint. I'm surprised they didn't, because every time he comes on screen, it's fucking crazy. What about you? Any highlights or?
The news one was so damn funny. And how Gizmo was kind of like taking a backseat, but kind of doing his own thing. I like that whole, it just worked. I'm kind of glad Derek got killed because he was kind of annoying.
Yeah.
He didn't really serve a big purpose except for that one thing.
Yeah.
The news thing was just hilarious. Like the van and all the crazy. They just can't help but to be so fucking dumb. Like the entire time.
Yeah.
And where he's talking shit about hypnotizing people. Oh, hypnotizing is for lazy people. And then when you find out later, he's like, I've never been good at it.
You're pretty good. I'm jealous. Yeah.
Dude, that was pretty fucking funny.
And then Naja trying to get his girl, or like the dog, to get laid and shit. Like they crush the doll's legs.
Yeah.
And they give her like some fucking funny ass mechanical legs and shit.
The doll's still creepy, man. I'm glad they kind of like just sprinkled the doll in a little bit, because they were over relying on her, I think, in previous seasons.
It is creepy as fuck.
It's too creepy. It's too creepy for the show that should be this funny.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's like, you can go up and down the episode and just tell every fucking joke, but it's just so well written. It just goes in on. And like whoever's talking, man, that's who the MVP is.
I love how Colin Robinson just didn't give a fuck about anything this entire season.
Yeah.
He was always in the background.
Oh, and then his episode when they brought back his wife.
Let's get ready.
They brought back his wife, and then they went to they had their own vampire council for fucking vampires that drained the shit. Mm-hmm. That shit was hilarious, bro. I'm like, God damn. That was ingenious.
I think my favorite might have been Colin Robinson freaking the fuck out and trying to like turn the house into booby traps. Like, we have to get ready. And he's like, puts his fucking army fatigues on, and he's like, said that, come on. And then he sets all these traps, and Gizmo shows up later on and like walks in the house not knowing, and then everything just starts exploding on him. He's like, what the fuck? That part, we couldn't stop laughing. I think we watched that scene like 3 or 4 times.
It was hilarious, bro. The whole season. I might do a little mini marathon.
Loved it.
When things are scarce out there in a month or two, when there's nothing, perfect. Perfect. Yeah.
All right.
I'm happy it's good enough for you.
Shut the fuck up. All right, let's go to next.
Yeah, got him. New to the list. I've actually watched the first episode of this Apple Plus show. Apple Don't Miss, The Changeling.
Oh, how was it?
It was good. It was good. It's got a little supernatural aspect to it.
Okay.
It says horror on there. I haven't been scared yet, but it's got like a little supernatural tinge.
Also, Invasion season 2, we keep being told is pretty good. So we want to like.
Well,
shit,
Invasion season 1 is good. We watched the first season,
and watch that.
Yeah. So season 2 and Foundation, it just looks like they put a ton of money into Foundation, and there's 2 seasons of it. But I don't know. Who knows?
It looks cool too. But yeah, the Changeling, Apple. It looks trippy.
Yeah. And it's starring Keith. Oh my goodness. Forgot his name.
Great job.
Yeah. You're welcome.
It'll come to you after we've hit stop recording.
Yeah.
Anyways, Changeling, it's on Apple, starring a dude. This fucking guy.
A dude.
All right. The last thing that's new to the list is what, my friend?
Yeah. And then the last thing, Andres' corner. This is Andres' bag right here. The Little Mermaid, Disney Plus. I don't know how this got on the list, but are you gonna watch it?
Fuck no.
Then why'd you put it on here?
Because it's new, just in case there's like someone that went through the podcast just so they could hate us. You know what I mean? And they got to the very end, they're like, "Oh, Little Mermaid! I forgot that's available." Those are for our haters. We got to sprinkle in one. I don't know.
Wow. Damn, secret.
Dude,
you're a secret merman? Are you a merman, dude?
I'm a merman, Pops. The
merman arises.
You got to wonder if Disney didn't have much faith in this because it just popped up. They didn't like advertise for it or anything, which is like, hey, here's this thing if you want to watch it. So I'm a little curious about that.
It's kind of like The Flash.
They usually just kind of like pump it up like weeks in advance. But anyways, there you go. Yeah. All right, moving on.
All right. Time for our world famous double feature. Bang, bang. So we're going to do special ops, military.
Yes.
Since we're all propaganded.
Yes.
We're all like, yeah, America.
Yes.
All right. You want me to go first?
Away. Yeah, you can go first. You say you're completely different from your guess. But go ahead.
I think. Well, I'm going to go from Escape from New York. Snake. Take the Snake.
Special ops? I guess because he's like, yeah, okay. I'll allow this.
He's going in there to get the president.
Yeah.
He's it's like the original Extraction, bro.
Okay.
How are you going to hate on that?
I like it. When the military has to like drop him in there. So I'm like, all right.
Yeah. If you fuck up, we don't know anything. Come on. Yeah. All those tropes. Come on. Yeah. Don't hate on that. It's a classic. Yeah. Kurt Russell, fucking
Snake Plissken.
Beautiful hair. Kurt Russell. Can't complain, dude.
Yeah, it's a classic John Carpenter.
Yeah. Chandeliers. Is it like the best chandelier in cars ever? Remember they had the little chandeliers on the headlights?
The design for that film's nuts, but it's so cool.
Yeah, I thought that one big hairy guy was a monster. I'm like,
oh yeah.
When I was a kid watching that shit, I was like, oh, with the wrestling matches and they had the fucking. That's my first 2x4 with nails I think I've seen.
Ooh, yeah, it does not end well for that
guy. Oh, and then he got quiet.
Do you think that shit was a callback in Kill Bill to the chair with the nails?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, I don't know.
Could be because they zoomed in on it, like they so just like that. Yeah.
And then you see him standing there, just not moving.
Yeah,
their fucking eyeballs start bleeding.
Yeah, that guy was creepy. All right, man. Yeah. So there you go. Escape from New York.
All right. Well, in a similar vein, mine also includes like an Extraction-esque type situation. And it's so hilarious because you mentioned this shit earlier, and mine is Black Hawk Down.
Ooh.
I think that movie's amazing. And I think I'm probably semi-biased to it because I actually read the book before I watched the film.
Yeah.
I don't know why I ended up reading the book, but I read the book before the film. This film came out in 2001. And I remember sitting like at school, like in community college at the time. And the book was good because I was just sitting in the middle of like a quad, just sitting there reading an unrelated book to anything that I'm fucking working on for school. I'm like, this book is fucking dope. And it goes into like the forensics of this crazy mission in Mogadishu, Africa, of them trying to capture a dictator. And the mission just goes as bad as you could possibly imagine. And then them having to figure out how to like get these group of kids, like all the military people are all kids, and they're trying to like pull them out of there while they're just getting absolutely attacked and murdered from all angles from like the local militias, and it's nuts. Like the whole thing is like it's just like hell on earth. You're like, fuck. And Ridley Scott directed it. And this film's hardcore. Like it is not a happy one. Like anyone who goes, I want to do that. Like, no, it's fucking like hell on earth. Like, but it's really cool how they break down all the steps involved and like how crazy it gets and like the fog of war. And you're just like, what is happening here?
Yeah.
And like how this vast, completely super armored American military division gets its ass whooped by locals. You know what I mean? Like, damn.
Yeah, I love this movie.
It's so good. It's got heart, and the actors are so like Ewan McGregor, Eric Bana, son. So good in this movie. Like, there's so many actors. Orlando Bloom's up for a little bit. Tom Sizemore is fantastic. Like,
the cast is crazy.
The whole movie is like it just keeps you like once it goes, you're in, and it does not stop. It's like intense. Man, but if you like the movie, read the book. The book goes into like further detail for all these real life people. Like they actually use the real names and the real people and real events, and like some crazy shit just keeps happening. You're like, God damn, like terrible.
And they had to run. They had to run to the base.
Yeah, they had to like run out of there, like for like miles, getting chased and shot at. And, like, damn. Like it was crazy. Not a happy one, but so well done. You're like, yep, fuck that. Also not join the military. Like I'm good. I'm good.
No, didn't convince you. Didn't lure you in. Come over here, sexy bitch.
Just for intensity is like just under Private Ryan. You know what I mean? Like Private Ryan's like gonna be the all-time all-star intensity.
Like catch a breath.
Like fuck that ever. You know, like this also is like it's under that, but it's close. Like shit.
Yeah.
But man, so with the cinematography, everything. This film is just grimy and dirty, and you're just like you feel it, like everything.
This is when I was like, I know that Eric Bana is not American, but can we adopt him? Make him a national treasure. I was like, damn, him. This one, and for some reason, he always sticks out to me in funny people. It's like, it's just a rub and tug, you know?
He's really funny in that.
Yeah, so Eric Bana, man. I always feel like
dude, even in the
market corrected somehow, because by somebody, I don't know. Like, I feel like he could have done more, been more.
I think he didn't want to. I have a friend. So Eric Bana's Australian, and I have an Australian friend who like loves Eric Bana.
Yeah.
And he said Eric Bana is the man. That Eric Bana does a thing. He says he works for like 3 or 4 months out of the year on something and just goes home and just wants to be left alone. And like that's like his whole thing. He doesn't want to be like a movie star. He just wants to do enough work so he can live a happy, peaceful life back in Australia. So that's what he told me. I don't know how true it is, but that China checks out.
Yeah.
He was awesome in Munich. Munich was like fucking intense too. But man,
and like the best thing of Troy, he was like the best part of Troy. Probably, after they killed him, it was over. I don't like Orlando Bloom. Suck it.
That whole film was not good. But
Eva
Green was good though.
Well, sure, buddy. Eva Green agenda over here. So that was pretty good, man. Pretty good double feature there.
I agree. Nailed it. Good episode. Good job.
All right, man. All right. Well, anything else you want to add?
Yeah. What's that dude's name again?
Keith something.
All right.
I got Keith.
All right. Well, look. We'll name check it out in the next episode.
Yeah, I will name check him later.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to Ahsoka probably the next couple of days. Ooh. And I think I'm going to watch Spider-Verse in the next day or two. Across the Spider-Verse. I'm so excited.
You're only like 2 years behind on shit, so you got a while.
I think like 6 months on this one. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, it was 1883 was 2 years ago, but whatever, dude. It's all good.
Yeah, we'll talk about that one too next week.
Thanks for catching up.
I got a lot to say on that one, but full episode.
All right. Well, that's our show, everybody. Thanks for listening. Please like and subscribe. Leave your comments and recommendations. And are we missing something? Please let us know. I am Francisco.
And I am Andres.
Have a great week. 2 nerds, 1 pod. Bonus. Let's go. Put on the list. Bang, bang.